Hey there guys, how's it going? And welcome to another GTA 5 Top 5 Car Countdown. This time I'm having a look at the hidden gems. No, I don't mean literally hidden in the map when I say that. I mean cars that will be overlooked a bit, that you might have forgotten about or not noticed. Diamonds in the rough, the dark horses, whatever you want to call it. This is my top 5. Check these cars out if you haven't already, because I think they're really great. So let's get on with the countdown. In at number 5, we have the Jackal by Ocelot. This is a 4-door sedan, so you might think it's a bit of, I don't know, a family car or boring car, but this is extremely fast, does 0 to 60 in 5 seconds, and I believe it's based off of a Jaguar XF in the game. I don't know that for a fact, but it feels a little bit like a Jaguar. Fast anyway, you can add mods to it to make an extremely fast car, and just put a nice kind of cool paint job on it. I imagine this to be a bit more of a gangster's car, you know, a bit more of a businessman's car, something not as flashy as the supercars, but still extremely fast and extremely smart looking. So if you kind of want that businessman swagger, go for one of these. So number 5 choice, the Jackal by Ocelot. At number 4, I've gone for the Carbonizer, I think that's how you pronounce that one, by Grotti. This looks a little bit like an Aston Martin. I think the V12 is a car that's quite similar to this one, although from the front it looks a little bit like a Nissan GTR. And you'll find loads of these up in the Vinewood Hills. And don't overlook this car, because although it's not really one of the supercars, it is extremely fast. I'd probably say one of the fastest cars in the game, even without all of the modifications on it and the upgrades you can get. You can make it look really smart if you want to go subtle with it. I've kind of put a weird green on this car just because I wanted to try out this green. I haven't really found many cars I think look good with green, so I was just trying out this one. But this actually suits if you want to go loud, but it looks quite good in a wine red, like a dark red kind of colour, like you'd probably find on a normal Aston Martin. So looks great, extremely fast, so that's my number 4. At number 3, I've gone for the Cognoscenti by Cabriolet. I believe this is based off of a Bentley Continental. Definitely looks like that, more like any other car that I can think of. And it's available on the Legendary Motorsports website, and you might overlook it a little bit because it's one of the cheaper ones there. But don't forget this car. It is very, very fast. I believe it does 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds, which is extremely fast for a car of this type and its size. Again, this is a car that you can go for a slightly different styling on. I've kind of done a little bit of a mix of racerish wheels and the classic styling with that kind of dark red. I think that's wine red actually, with a pearlescent of blue put on top of it. So again, this looks really cool, really smart, kind of a businessman, a rich CEO's car that you'd have. And normally everyone just goes straight for the supercars, the loud flamboyant cars, but why not pick up one of these? Very fast, looks really cool, and it really mixes up the car collection. If you've already got a load of fast supercars, go for one of these as well. So my number 3 choice is the Cognoscenti Cabriolet. At number 2, I've gone for the Monroe by Pegassi. This is again available on the Legendary Motorsports website, and you might get a little bit sidetracked by the cheetah, the entity, the adder that are on there, but don't forget this car. The picture on the website isn't too flattering, but when you actually get it yourself, get the right paint job on it, the right wheels, it's an absolute beauty of a car. It's also not really that fast, 0 to 60 in 7 seconds, but stick a turbo on it, it's fast enough, and I think the styling is just well worth getting one of these. Also, it has a really loud engine. It makes one of the best sounds, in my opinion, of any car in the game. So what it makes up for, or should I say what it lacks in speed, it makes up for in noise. And it just looks great. Here I've gone with a dark steel colour, which I think makes it look a little bit like a James Bond, like an old James Bond car. It's kind of similar to an Aston Martin DB9, but obviously with a kind of older school look to it, because that's quite a modern car, a little bit softer edges to it, but really cool car. Looks great when you get the right mods onto it. So number 2 is the Monroe. At number 1, I've gone for a vehicle that I've massively overlooked during this game in all my time modding cars or playing GTA 5. This is the Sand King XL by Vapid, and look at it, what an absolute beast this thing is. It's quite cheap. You can actually buy it on the website in-game. I think it's the Pedals website. So, you know, affordable. Even if you don't have millions and millions of pounds, you haven't gone that far into the game, you can get one of these and just cause absolute terror. Look at it. It is so intimidating. I've modified modified it to put this cab on the back and to put the fuel tanks on the side. Obviously I've got these huge wheels going on there. They must be what, 26-inch rims, something ridiculous, and you can't help but feel like an absolute beast while driving this around. So if you haven't checked this out, you haven't modified it, go and get it on the online website and just check it out, guys. Modify it and just go around terrorizing people and looking like an absolute pimp, in my opinion. I've gone with the all-out chrome as well. Fortunately, you can't get chrome wheels in this game, which is a bit strange. It'd be cool if they had chrome wheels to match, but it looks beast anyway. I'd highly recommend checking that one out.
You only have yourself to blame.
So I hope you enjoyed this top 5 countdown. I've actually done lots of other top 5s, top 5 best cars, modified cars, top 5 cars revisited, top 5 vehicles. There's even more on my channel if you want to check those out. Don't forget to smash the like button as well. I really appreciate all of that support. And of course, subscribe as well if you're not subscribed already. So I'll see you guys soon.